We will not be intimidated. We will not be intimidated.
We will not be afraid. We will not be afraid.
We will not be afraid. We will not be afraid.
We will not be afraid.
We will not
be afraid.
We will not be afraid.
We will not be afraid. We will not be afraid.
We will not
Be afraid.
louder.
We will not be afraid. 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 We will not be silenced. And we will not remove our keyboards, our idea of hoodies, and our stars of David. We will not surrender our identity just because somebody doesn't like it. We will never be victims again. We will never be victims again. We will never be victims again.
We
will never be victims again.
We
will never be victims again.
We
will never be victims again.
We will never be victims again.
And now, everyone, a fierce leader of the Jewish people, my mentor and my hero, a man who needs absolutely no introduction. Please welcome Joel Heiken.
Thank you very much. Again, wow, what a wonderful group. What an amazing group of people, young people. You know, especially I love here today. I love the young people that are here. God bless you. The young people. In 1944, I just want to tell you why I get, I don't know if you want to call it emotional, why I take things to heart. When I see a Jew being beaten up, I see a Jew being punched in the face, I see attack upon Jewish people. And God only knows that in the last 3 years, the incidents of anti-Semitism in New York and in this country have never been so high in the history of the United States. Something is not right. In 1944, guys, in 1944, my mother, as a young woman living in Czechoslovakia, one day they came knocking on the door. That's what happened. They came knocking on the door, and everybody was taken to Auschwitz. My mother, her mother, brothers, sisters, nephew, nieces, little children, little boys, little girls, didn't matter. It didn't matter. They arrived in Auschwitz in 1944. My mother's family, they went straight to the gas chambers. And you know what they did wrong? You know what their crime was? You know what? The same crime you guys committed. The fact that they were Jews, that's it. That was it. So we can never be silent. We can never stand by. We have to be strong. And we are. We have to be strong. Faith in God. Be strong. Be proud. We are proud Jews, proud Americans, proud New Yorkers. And we are not taking any crap from anyone. How many incidents of anti-Semitism have happened? How many Jews have been, you've seen the videos, people being belted in the face for no other reason than the fact that they were Jewish, right? Were there any rallies, any demonstrations? Did anything happen? Absolutely not. And let me tell you one other thing. Most of the people arrested for anti-Semitism, guess what? It's something our organization is going to be going public with, Americans Against Anti-Semitism. Almost all the people committing acts of hate against the Jewish people, there are no consequences. Nobody goes to jail. There are no penalties, nothing in almost all the cases. And we will be showing that to the public very, very soon. No consequences. You can beat up on a Jew and it doesn't matter because nothing is going to happen to you. But we are going to change that. We're going to stand together with Inna, with Ari, with other elected officials, with other people, with the young people. You are the future leadership. And we are going to stand together to fight for our people. Ladies and gentlemen, Jewish blood is not cheap. Not cheap anymore. With the state of Israel, Jewish blood is not cheap. You are going to beat up on a Jew. You are going to pay a price. What happened to these two gentlemen? It could have been your brother. It could have been your son. It could have been your father, your grandfather. It could have been your wife. It could have been your daughter. Just keep that in mind. This is family. This is my family. They are part of my family. And what happened to you guys happened to me. And we are not going to let this pass by. When the person who committed these acts and the police know exactly who it is and they are looking for that person right now. Let me tell you what we need to do. And Inna and Ari are going to make sure. When that person is arrested, we want to make sure that there are consequences, that that person doesn't get arrested and back in the streets in 2 minutes. So ladies and gentlemen, God bless each and every one of you. We are in a war, and this is just the beginning. This is one of the battles with Inna, with Ari, and other elected officials, and other leaders in the community who care. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to give it everything you got. I want those guys there who love the Ayatollah in Iran. They love the guy. It's unbelievable. Everyone together. Clear message. Jewish blood is not cheap. Jewish blood. No. Let's do this, everybody. With everything you got. Everything you got. Jewish blood. Jewish blood. Jewish blood. Jewish blood. Not cheap. Not cheap. Not cheap. Not cheap. Jewish blood. 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 Not cheap. Jewish blood is not cheap. Attack on one. Attack on all. 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 Attack on all. Get ready, everybody. Hold on, guys. Everything you got. Attack on one. Attack on all. 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 Attack on one. Attack on all.
Attack on one.
Attack on all.
By the way, in conclusion,
I just want to say, I want everybody here to imagine for 1 second of someone walking around, not with that shirt, but Black Lives Matter, or Free Palestine, or anything else. No one would have a right, no one would have a right to do anything but to respect the fact that we live in the greatest country on the face of the earth, the United States of America. And one of the great things about America is that you have a right to express yourself without getting physically assaulted as these two young men were. So, sending a message, we have a new administration in New York, and we hope to God that Eric Adams will take anti-Semitism a lot more seriously than Bill de Blasio did. And I believe that will be the case, but we will be watching. By the way, in conclusion, get ready for this. One standard for hate. 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 One standard.
standard for hate.
Thank you, guys. Boy, am I proud as a New Yorker, as an American, and as a Jew. I am proud to be with each and every one of you. God bless you.
Thank you, Joe. I now want to introduce my colleague, council member of the 47th Council District representing Bensonhurst, Coney Island, Gravesend, and Seagate. Please welcome Ari Kagan.
Thank you, Inna. So, first of all, I wanted to say that this attack was not attack on Blake or not attack on anybody else, it was attack on me. The person who committed this hate crime committed it against me. My name is Ari Kagan. He attacked me. He beat me up. He hates the fact that I'm Jewish. He hates the fact that I'm pro-Israel. He hates the fact that I'm walking around. And I'm walking around heck of a lot. And I can tell you, there are no zones that we cannot walk in New York City. Entire New York City is a hate-free zone. We have to be able to walk anywhere, at any time. Wearing Star of David, being proud Jews, not being afraid to walk anywhere. Just a few months ago, right here in Bensonhurst, just a few blocks away from here, I hosted a rally against hatred attacks toward Asian Americans. Again, attack on one person is attack against everyone. So we are all New Yorkers, we are all Americans. So it was not a disagreement about Middle East politics, it was not a round table discussion who is right and who was wrong. It was a pure hate. I contacted Eric Gonzalez, Brooklyn District Attorney. He is monitoring at any moment when this, and by the way, there were two attackers, not one. Am I right? There were two people who attacked it. So both of them should be arrested, both of them should be charged with hate crime, and both of them should never be released, especially the next morning, like it's happening right now in New York City.
Keep them in jail. Keep them in jail. Keep them in jail. Keep them in jail. Keep them in jail.
Keep them in jail.
Keep them in jail.
Keep them in jail.
There is no explanation. Some people in social media, and you know who these people are? They hate Jews by definition, because we are Jews. They're trying to explain, oh, they were wearing the wrong clothes, they were in the wrong neighborhood. No. We are all in the right country, in the right city, at the right time. We are here, we are Americans, we have the same rights like everybody else. Again, we can walk anywhere we want. And this attack is a pure hate. There is no excuse, no explanation, no like story behind it. Oh, they were in the Bay Ridge. So what? I've worked in the Bay Ridge for 2 years, working for local congressman, by that time Michael McMahon, serving every person, regardless of their race, nationality, or religion. So I know Bay Ridge very well. So again, should be hate-free zone everywhere in America, especially in New York. This is New York, capital of the world, nation of immigrants. I came to America as a Jewish refugee, as well as Inna. Why did we come to America? Because this is countries that welcomed us as refugees. So anybody should feel free, should feel safe, and should feel like welcome everywhere. I know you are smiling, some of you, in some neighborhoods. Again, that shouldn't be the standard. That's why I'm saying, everybody, not just us in City Council, all of us should make sure that people in New York City should feel safe, should protect it by law enforcement, and we all need to understand this was not isolated attack. We know what was going on in the last several years. Totally unacceptable. Any hate is unacceptable. And